Alright folks, it's time now for my Christmas Q&A video for this year. And this is the second annual Christmas Eve Q&A video, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, now I'm going to be going through these in no particular order. I have questions from, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 users here. One of which PM'd me their questions on Skype. I did get a set of questions from another user via private message on Discord shortly after this announcement video. The announcement video went up. However, because of an incident that took place in the last couple of months, which I will not discuss on air, those questions had to be disqualified. So 7 people had sent me questions, but because of the DQ, we're going to be going through 6 users. Again, no particular order, and I'm going to start with GreatBuy789, aka Frank. He sent me a total of 4 questions. Number 1, if you had the opportunity to play a real-life version of Mario Party and had the choice to pick the first game, which would it be? And it could be any mini-game from the first 3 Mario Parties. If I had the choice to pick the first game, I would pick Bumper Balls. Because Bumper Balls is a classic game. That is one mini-game that I definitely enjoy. Of course, you can find that mini-game on both Mario Party 1 and 2 for the Nintendo 64. But I know one mini-game I definitely would not pick, and that, of course, being Pedal Power, for obvious reasons. The second one he asks, if you had an opportunity to meet Pat Sajak and Vanna White of Wheel of Fortune, what is the first thing you would do? To be honest, I don't know what I would do. Well, what I'd probably do is I'd probably shake their hand and, have a nice, chat with them about Wheel of Fortune stuff. Alright. What game show host, either alive or dead, would you want to meet and why? Well, I already met Alex Trebek, of course, so we're not going to use that as an example. So let's go with someone else. I think I would probably want to meet Bob Barker. I mean, who wouldn't want to meet Bob Barker? The guy is a legend. He was on TV for 50 years. Hosting The Price is Right for 35 of them. I mean, who wouldn't want to meet Bob Barker? Plus, not to mention, he was also one of my favorite of the daytime hosts growing up in the 80s and the early 90s. Although, granted, at that time, daytime shows were kind of on, the game shows were kind of on the way out. But nonetheless, I'd still want to meet him because he's a legend. Enough said there. Do you have a favorite Christmas memory? If so, what is it? Well, actually, as a matter of fact, I do have a couple favorite Christmas memories. One being from 2004 when I got the Price is Right 2nd edition board game from Endless Games, courtesy of my brother. And then another one I have is from last Christmas when I got the App Games model Sega Genesis. Also courtesy of my brother. Now those are some positive memories for sure. Alright, next on the list, by the way, I thank you, Frank, for those questions. The next one on the list here, we're going to go to Guitar Private Lessons TV Network. And he gave me a total of 6 questions. Number 1, what is your favorite Nintendo system? Well, that would have to be the Nintendo 64. Mainly because one of my favorite video game franchises got started on there, that being Mario Party. Number 2, do you like baseball? Well, of course I like baseball. In fact, I love baseball. My favorite team, of course, is the Toronto Blue Jays, but there are other people here that like baseball also. Let's see. Number 3, what is your favorite Fox show? Okay, well, I'll be perfectly honest here. I don't really watch the Fox network a whole lot these days, but there was one show that they did air during the fall this year that I enjoyed, which was Pitch. That was the baseball show which had the character Ginny Baker being the first female to play men's baseball professionally. And I like that one, so I guess that would kind of be my favorite Fox show. Then the next one he asks, what is the best version of NHL 98? That would probably be the PlayStation version. Number 5, do you like Pokemon games? Well, absolutely. I've got Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2 on the N64. I've also got Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Puzzle League on N64. I've also got various Pokemon video games for my on my 3DS. I've got Heart Gold on regular DS. I've got Omega Ruby on the 3DS. I've got Platinum and Black on the original DS. Pokemon X on the 3DS. And Pokemon Sun on the 3DS. I have beaten both X and Sun, by the way. As well as Omega Ruby. And also looking to get Red or Blue at some point in the new year, so I can do my Let's Play for the Gen 1 games. And finally, do you love The Simpsons? Well, I guess so. I mean, I haven't really watched The Simpsons a whole lot lately, but yeah, I guess I like that show. Okay, another set of questions. Next, we're going to go to Blueheadtrauma 17, and he was the one who sent me the questions on Skype. So, let's get to those. When did you get your HD camera, and how much did you pay for it? Well, he's probably noticed that I have used HD on some of my videos this year. The HD camera that I used in those particular videos was the YouTube camera on my iPad. So I do not have a regular standalone HD camera. Did you buy it before your trip? I guess that would be the when I went to New York. Well, I don't have a standalone HD camera, so I wouldn't have but the camera that's on my iPad that I've used, but I did buy my iPad before I went to New York earlier this year, so I'm not sure if that counts. Third, will you be using that camera to record your video games? If you're referring to the HD camera, most likely not, because the camera that I use to record my gameplays I've had for over 4.5 years now, and it still works, so I have no reason to get a new HD camera yet. Okay. So, that's that. Those are the questions that I got from Blueheadtrauma 17. We're going to go next to Nick H. And Nick H sent me a total of 7 questions. And the first one is a Mario Party question. And of course, I absolutely love the Mario Party games. So let's start with that one. Number 1. Out of all the Mario Party games you own, which one is your favorite? I I'm honestly not sure. I mean, to be honest, they're all pretty good, but I like the first one. I mean, it's the original one in the series. The only thing I really don't like about the first one is the control stick spinning mini games. And then, let's see. Then, number 2. Oh, I also like Mario Party 2 because you get to wear all kinds of cool costumes in that one. Number 2, what is your favorite game show? That would have to be Wheel of Fortune. Number 3, what's your favorite video game console? Well, I do have a lot of video game consoles, so this is kind of a tough one to answer, but I will say the Nintendo 64. Number 4, do you like the AVGN or the Nostalgia Critic? Of course, the AVGN being short for Angry Video Game Nerd. Well, honestly, I don't really follow those two channels a whole lot, so I can't really say anything about them. Then the next one he asks is, are you excited for the Nintendo Switch? If I was planning to get a Nintendo Switch, then I would probably get excited for it, but as of right now, I am not planning to acquire one, so no, I'm going to acquire one. Besides, if the release of the NES Mini Classic last month was any indication, Nintendo is going to make this thing a pain in the butt to get. And by pain in the butt, I mean they're going to make it next to impossible to buy. Because chances are, and it wouldn't surprise me if this happened, chances are that all the resellers are going to buy up all the stock and then quickly flip them online to make quick money. Which will leave the stores without any stock for at least like 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, it would not surprise me if that happened with the Switch. Alright, now, number 6. If Canada was no longer a country, which country would you move to? I would probably move to the United States. And as for which state I would move to in the US, probably Texas. And number 7, what's your favorite movie of 2016? Well, I haven't really seen a whole lot of movies this year, but in terms of ones that came out this year, but I would probably, this is actually a bit of a tough one. I'm gonna say Bad Moms for that one. Alright, so next we're gonna go up to the top of my list here, which was Luke Jeffers, and he gave me 4 questions. And fortunately for me, none of those questions involve a certain purple dinosaur whose name shall remain nameless. Number 1, what is your favorite part about Canada? Your country. Well, obviously it's not, Canada's not Luke's country, but it is mine. I guess my favorite part about Canada, I guess, this is kind of a tough one to answer, actually. I think my favorite part about Canada would probably have to be, I guess, the size of the city that I live in. I mean, it's not like 10 million people big by any means, but it's not small either. It's a fairly decent size, and I'm fine with that. Since Vlog Weekly number 61, I used to be able to still do this show. Oh, because Brandon and I miss seeing you. For those who don't know, Brandon he's referring to is my friend Brandon Plumley, and he does something every Friday called Vlog Weekly, which I have been a part of a few times. As for if I'm still going to be able to do the show with him and Billy, I honestly don't know. I'm hoping I can still do it, but at this point I'm really not sure yet. Number 3. Do you like bowling as much as I do? If not, I respect your opinion about bowling. Well, you know what? I actually do like bowling. In As a matter of fact, I actually just went bowling a couple of weeks ago with my hockey team for our annual Christmas bowling party, and I ended up bowling, what was it? I believe it was a 110 that I bowled, so that's pretty good. So yes, I do like bowling. And the last one that he asked was, are you excited about my upcoming 10th anniversary documentary about LJPCBM Corporation coming in late February? Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, it's good that you've got a filmmaking career, and I'm happy for you. Alright, just give me 1 second. For some weird reason, my nose always seems to like to run on me whenever I do these videos here in my computer room. I don't know why, but whatever. Alright. And I'm running out of battery here, so I gotta try to wrap this up. But fortunately for me, I have one user left. Yes? Oh. As I was saying, I have one user left. Let's try this a third time. I have one user left, and it's Billy Moody. And he gave me 10 questions, which was the limit, of course. Number 1, what is your favorite Jeopardy set? That would probably have to be the Globe set. Number 2, what's your favorite breakfast meal? I like a variety of different breakfast meals. I'm gonna go, but sometimes I have cereal, sometimes I have toast, so I'll say both cereal and toast. Number 3, who do you have winning the Stanley Cup in 2017? I'll say the Chicago Blackhawks. I mean, I am a Leafs fan, but looking at their roster, they're probably not going to win the Cup this year, much less make the playoffs. What's your favorite Millionaire set? The high-definition screens or the hot seat? I don't really watch Millionaire too much, so I can't really answer that. Number 5, what do you like most about the 25 Days of Wheel? Well, the money I get to give away. 6, what is your favorite Price is Right moment? Oh, that's kind of a tough one. I am going to go with, I guess it was from about the mid-90s where the guy gave back 5,000 on the punch board and turned it into 10,000. Number 7, if you had to choose to go to any MLB stadium outside of Toronto to watch the Blue Jays play, what would it be? I will say Tropicana Field. Number 8, if you had $1 million, what would you spend it on? I would probably buy myself a lot of video games. If you had a favorite college team, who would you choose? Well, I do have a favorite college team, and it's the Duke Blue Devils, for basketball, that is. And 10, who's your favorite host of America's Funniest Home Videos? That would be Bob Saget. And that wraps it up for this Q&A video. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you all next time.